So we're talking about the state of the church. We're talking about the different churches, and really, one last thing I want to kind of before we cut the stream and take some Q&A is like the spirit of our church, like the community we're cultivating. What does that look like? And so there's many things. Everyone's welcome. I think that's cultivating hospitality. Church can be anywhere at any time with anyone. That's cultivating like kind of a decentralization experience of what church is like. And so speaking of decentralization, that's a theme that I think is in my brain for how I'm trying to describe VR church to people, because as people are coming in, they're still locked into mindsets of denominationalism. What denomination is this? And then even when we say non-denominational, there's most non-denominational churches I've been a part of are still part of like a denomination, right? Yes. Or heavily influenced from that.
It is its own denomination.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, like if we were a non-denom church, we would all have to adhere to some particular tenets, right? I think our unifying aspect, I don't know why I use that word all the time. Our unifying truth is the resurrected Christ. Like that's, when someone asked me on Sunday, I was like, we're Christocentric. We're unified under this. Other than that, I think if we took every major controversial topic across the board and we went down the road, we would all be very different.
We were Serbian Orthodox.
Serbian Orthodox, right? I am Serbian. So with that in mind, there probably is more agreement than not, but we're not non-denominational because we're decentralized. Because, this is just a classic, example. I remember when Chuck came in early and he was really nervous to tell me he was not a creationist. He was more theistic evolution. And so I was like, yeah, don't worry about that, Chuck. You can have those beliefs. But in his world, that's like heresy, right? You can't have, if you had anything other than a 6-day literal creation, you're a heretic or whatever. So we're not into that. We're more decentralized. I don't monitor your beliefs or your political leanings or whatever. So we're not non-denom. I think we're more decentralized. And that's a new term. I don't know that people are going to understand that. I think we'll probably pave the way for that. And I think we have to be that. I think that freedom is very important for us as a leadership. And as we influence those under us, that they have a freedom to be who they are, not feel like they have to change who they are to fit in. And I was watching if you've heard of Brene Brown, she's a speaker, author, and she was talking about this morning. She says there's belonging and fitting in. Belonging, you don't have to change who you are. You just come as you are, and this is who we need to be. Fitting in means you have to act differently, dress differently, think differently, or pretend to at least. And that's not what VR Church is going to do. We're going to be decentralized so that people can belong and have freedom. It's going to be messy. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be issues that, I don't know what to do with that one, but we're going to remain committed to this inclusive, decentralized. We want people to belong. You don't have to fit in. You just belong, be who you are. And let's all journey together. And so that's kind of what the spirit of what I'm just chewing on, mulling over this year. And that's why I sent out that podcast, and I hope everyone watches it, is Me, We, Everybody from Rob Bell. And I think it's a great, it's a big 4-parter. I don't expect you to knock it out, even in a month or so, just once a month, maybe knock out a podcast, or you can listen to the whole thing for sure. But I think that churches that I've been a part of are Me and We, right? And then this everybody's is being missed out on. But VR Church has to be, by virtue of the nature of our church, has to be everybody. Me, we, everybody. And if that's confusing, it'll make sense when you listen to the podcast. And so one of my concerns, no, it's not a concern, but one of the challenges is when new people come in, they're coming in from that framework of denominationalism, theological tenets. And so you get questions all the time. What's this church like? And so my response has been, we're decentralized, we're Christocentric, but you have to journey with us before you can make a decision. We have some people, I want to volunteer. Great. Oh, I'd love for you to volunteer. But I've noticed volunteers come in, realize that, okay, there's somebody from the LGBTQ that I'm volunteering with. I don't like that, you know what I mean? And then leave, right? And so I think that's part of just the evolution of who we are, and we're going to continue to evolve. So that's one. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm kind of like painting a picture here, and I don't know if I'm going too fast or being super clear.
I was like, oh, we need to take that little clip out as you described that belonging and fitting in and what we need to be. It was such a beautiful picture. I would love to have that clipped out and separate and sent somewhere. I don't know
Yeah,
where
we
you
can do
send
that.
things is awesome and
It's
beautiful.
wherever.
Well
It's
spoken.
everywhere.
Or highlight it on Twitch.